Greetings. How good. I may be choking on nothing. Give me one moment. The downside to eating chicken right before stream is that I get stuff stuck in my throat for some reason. Makes it hard to talk. Alright. Alright. Sure it's cool by now. Alright, so I am going to show off a game called Sunset Sprout today. It's a little bit different in this case, where I'm going to actually start at the end and then go back to the beginning. I played this game just to see how much content it had. Not the primary. There we go. That was weird. On my feed, Dog Mum's subscription came in second, but played first. And I don't know if I've got that set up to prioritize or not. Maybe I do. Anyway. Hi, Tiger. Mum, thank you, Dog Mum, for the 15 months tier 1. Appreciate it. Really sound rough all of a sudden, and it's just the lunch being annoying to me. But yes, as I was saying, I actually played this game through. Originally, I was just looking to see how much content it had. Then I kind of wanted to know if it had too much. It gets too repetitive, or if it changes up at the end. So I pretty much ended up playing all the way through. So I'm going to show you the end, and then I'm going to delete the save and start from the beginning again. I will say the game does get fairly repetitive after a while, and it does have a lot of micromanaging. I was hoping that I'll show you the game anyway. First thing I have to point out is it doesn't fit my screen. Like that's as far as the game goes. And I had to put a black screen behind it because they don't have a resolution that matches my screen, and it doesn't do a full screen thing. But that's not uncommon games. No, I didn't end up playing Peak. We ended up playing more Truck Sim, which I'll be doing again later on today. However, I might. What time is it? I won't have enough time. I was going to say I might do a run of it today, but I'd have to have a lot of people around for it. Need to turn off. Oh, it's already off. Apparently, that's just the song that's playing. It sounds like two songs. I'm going to skip it. Yeah. Anyway, you get an island. You build stuff. You farm. You build more stuff, and you follow. You do these little quest things. Oh, that's new. It wasn't a tips there before. This was recently added. I thought it was going to be added earlier in the game because you spend a lot of time just clicking and holding and doing this to farm food, which is kind of tedious after a while. This is an auto planter, an auto plotter. And I'm like, oh, cool, they added that. Finally, I won't have to do it so much. All of these ingredients are fine except for this one. Wand of Growth requires this building here. There it is right there. You don't get this building until like the end of the game. So it turns out you still kind of have to do it all manually until the end. But as you can see, there's quite a lot of things to unlock in this game and collect. Why? Because if I go, there it is, main menu. Go back here. delete it again. I've forgotten. That button? Let's restore defaults. MISC. Delete account. I think that's how you do it. Oh, I did not realize it's gonna make me do it through a Google Doc form. Never mind. I guess I can't delete the save. That's gonna make it very difficult for me to show the game off then. I thought I could just delete the save. Oh yeah, delete save. There we go. You get back over to this screen. It deleted not just the save, but apparently it also deleted the settings. Give me 1 second. And you off. Because this... Me, you. Okay. Yeah, that's... There it is. Gonna do it full screen? It does not. It. Never mind. I was hoping that would work, but it doesn't. Borderless it is. Alright. The game is still being worked on, by the way, in case you were wondering. However, a brand new game starts you off with a little backstory. It's not that important. It pretty much just says, hey, I'm, working a lot. I hate it. This sucks. I quit. I'm gonna go live on an island. You know, the dream we've all considered doing before in our life. I don't know why that's glitching. Go and live on an island, which I actually know people who have done that, which is weird. Alright. I don't remember this guy before. This is new. This is going to explain to you how to play the game, but I already know how to play. Thank you, buddy. So you start out with this much of an island. That's it. All of this is blocked out by some stank cloud. And you have requests that come down here. All of your options that you can do pretty much here. Building, animals, inventory. You can also click on that for the inventory, I think. That's where everything's stored, is in the barn. These get unlocked later. And that's just if you have friends. I don't have friends. Friends, what are they? There's another request just came in. But before you can do anything... Oh, it's got a Christmas design. That's cool. Also, oh, it's a Christmas event. Oh, okay. So you get experience and buy stuff. Yes, with that experience. I'll look at that later. You start out with a few things though. You always have a well. Pretty much everything needs water. You start with this little plot and like a tree here. You click on the tree, you get wood. And you get this little water symbol next to it. You need water to be able to regrow it. That's pretty much the basic gameplay loop that you've got right there. Same with the seeds. Pick a seed like wheat. Plant the seeds if you have the cash money for it, because they cost $4 each. Plant a whole bunch of seeds. You need escape to close things, which is good. They all need water. Unless it's raining, in which case you don't have to use water. Really good to grow as much crops as you can when it's raining. This circle, glowing circle one, is the story one. The rest are all just random friends. By the way, I just want to point out, I feel like this person right here kind of looks like Necro. Necro's avatar. Like a pixel art version of Necro. Every time I see it, I think that's the case. And for some reason, I feel like this is Penny wearing a frog hat. Just because it's funny. Also, yes, shirtless. I don't know why. This is the main person. I can't remember. Enid. She will ask you for a bunch of stuff all the time, and it gets progressively more complicated. She also gives the best rewards, usually, with a bunch of cash money that come with it. Complete one of their quests. You have to have one of these boats available at the time. They come and go pretty quickly, though. Already wasn't paying attention. 5 wheat, that's easy enough. To grow things, yeah, you just plant the seed and you can pick them just by holding the mouse click down and running the mouse over. Easy money. Come in here, it'll tell you that you've completed it. You hit the button, off goes the little boat. Buddy, can you go away, please? Don't need your help. I already know how to. You can also click these birds, because, you know, who doesn't want to annoy birds and send them flying? There's an achievement for actually clicking the birds, which I got accidentally. Sometimes when you click a bird, they'll drop something as well. So it's handy just to screw around in this game. This thing here is called the Sunset Sprout. You get these things up here. I forgot what they're called. Not showing in the list anymore either. There it is, Sunset Seeds. You got to have 5 of those every time this thing starts glowing. You click on it and you get a bunch of, I guess it's like special currency. Gotta rebuild these before I can show you them, but it's for upgrading essentially. I'll do that real quick anyway. What do I need? That needs wooden brick. That needs a bunch of stuff. Can't build anything until level 5. I'll just do a quick thing here where I just dump a bunch of food as quick as possible. You can also water the stuff without changing. Kind of handy. But yes, this is fine at the beginning, but once you get like a whole bunch of other things unlocked, having to still go back and harvest all the plants and trees becomes a little tedious, I find. There's too many things that you're constantly just going around the map clicking all the time. Now, I may have played it pretty much on the speedrun mode where I was trying to finish it as quick as possible. You don't need to do that. There's no set like timeline or anything. There goes a seed. Sometimes the bird drops a seed. But I mean, I don't want to wait. I'm impatient, so I do it pretty quickly. I don't know if I mentioned this. I'm probably going to play this game for like half an hour, 45 minutes, and then move on to something else just before we do some trucking. Which is why, if there's enough people for peak, I might do a quick peak run. I just don't know if there'll be enough time. Probably not, but we'll see. I have other games to check out as well. Yep. That's how my brain feels today, by the way. Like, I try to think about something. Like, it's really important. I got to think about it. Truck. Straight into the truck. Because my brain does not want a brain today. That's why I didn't get any work done like I was hoping to do. Everything I started working on didn't get finished. Hey, Stipple. I really do like that dog emote. The eyebrows. It just wouldn't work on a dragon, or otherwise I'd get Dog Mom to make one of those too. The dragons don't have eyebrows. That's the reason why it wouldn't work. Oh, Dog Mom, speaking of emotes, other than the Christmassy ones when as you work on them, I know I've mentioned it before about having like a robot emote. I'm wondering if you think it would look good to have I'm just gonna plant some stuff because it's raining and I don't have to water it and I'm lazy. If we put a cardboard box on top of Jasper's head to make him look like a robot somehow, like a budget robot, of course. I want to have a robot emote, obviously, so that when I do go robotic with this damn computer, people can just spam that essentially. And I thought it's not going to be a good robot, obviously. It's going to be Jasper dressed up as a, you know, Amazon cardboard box with I don't know, toilet rolls attached to the top, empty toilet rolls attached to the top or something, you know. But I just don't know how I would envision that to look exactly. But that's what your creativeness is about. Okay. Let me word and I don't word good. Clean some of these out. Gotta wait for the boats to come back because there's no boats. Onions, because why not? You don't run out of water too quickly at the beginning, but then you will at some point with this one well. You open up other wells later on. And once you have those other wells, you pretty much never run out of water. There you go, Necro. Have some potatoes. And that needs carrot and flour, which needs me to unlock the windmill. But I don't have... Oh, I do have. I didn't realize I'd been given metals. I have metals, yay! Now I can make a bunch of flour as well. Flour obviously needs wheat, which you need to grow, and it gets a little more complicated than that. Like over here, there's a building, I think, right here, or maybe I placed it myself, where you build sandwiches out of all the basic ingredients. So yes, it's a very cozy, chill game. Not like highly action-packed, even though I played it very stressfully when I first played because, well, I wanted to get everything done quickly. But as long as you take if you wanted to, it's definitely a good second screen game. You know, you're doing something else, and just every now and then you'll just come over and start clicking on things. Though most of this stuff, like the starter seeds, don't take very long to grow, like 20 seconds. When you get to up here, it's like, you know, 3 minutes 20 and such. That's when you kind of just not really having to focus as often. Things just get slowly delayed. I need more wheat. Why aren't you clicking on the buttons? I feel like there's a detection issue now. Wasn't there before. Oh, whatever. Those birds just appeared out of nowhere. I've had that happen before. I will say sometimes the game does have detection issues with clicking with the mouse. Like, see how it's highlighted there? I'm on it there and it's not highlighted, but up here it is. He needs to work on the hitboxes, I think, just a smidge. And as you level up, other things will unlock, like the labors here. Unlocks at level 10. Level 10. Plant trees now. There are a bunch of trees you can... Really expensive. The fruits on these, however, are pretty good for selling. And trees don't have to be replanted. They just need water. So unlike the seeds, where you have to keep buying new seeds, once you buy the tree, you have it pretty much for life. You gotta keep refilling it with water. And we'll just do that. Need carrots. Yeah. Started raining, which is a perfect time. I have the money, so I'm going to actually put in more dirt. It gets very expensive though because the price increases over time. And some here. And you don't need to put it all together, but I always do. You can put it in separate plots or whatever. Whatever you want to do, really. But for those who like, you know, cozy clickers, this is probably the perfect game for you. I will say it does get a little addictive, even though I found it quite repetitive after a while, just to keep playing. It's also almost perfectly balanced in the sense of like you're constantly getting new things. There's only a problem right at the end unlocking a couple of the later buildings that I felt took too long. Started getting over it. Click. I'm doing her missions just to get the experience quickly. Anya. Wait for that damn boat to come back. These are the boats, you know. One's done. Need more flour. Yeah. He also needs to implement an auto system for these where you can just say, always make this much of something. Because it gets tedious to have to keep coming and do flour when you're making sandwiches somewhere else, you know. You need to have the flour made, so you need wheat, you need, uh, say, tomatoes, probably lettuce. Um, you need to turn the wheat into flour. Get out of my face, you. You probably need sugar. I don't know. Some of them need sugar. Just automating the earlier stuff is kind of what he needs to add in, I think. Otherwise, it gets a bit too repetitive later on because it's just too many steps. No, I just give you flour, lady. Out of here. And now she wants apples, and we don't have apples because they come from a tree. Apple trees are not the cheapest. Once you plant one, plant it over here, it'll keep growing forever, and every time it grows, you get more apples. Not that apples are all that expensive. Mangoes and bananas and stuff are. Hmm. I don't actually know when this thing stops resting the first time, but I have enough seeds to activate it. This thing here has these here, right? These are, I don't know what they call them, but these are the upgrade gems that you get from them. You upgrade them, it pretty much means that the queue you have here, which is currently limited to 3, you need to upgrade it and it'll get you 4, and so on and so forth. Pretty much all the buildings can do that. Can't do that because I don't have stone yet. Can't do that because I don't have brick yet. I think I can buy brick though for yes. The start is a bit slow, obviously, because you've got to start collecting a lot of things. But I'm level 5 now, so I can actually build structures as well. That's how you get stone. Need a lot of money for it. So put down a quarry. Quarry is just works on its own, and after a while you click it and you get a bunch of stone. Pretty much the entire concept of the game is wait for it to pop up an icon and then click on it. Most of these you won't get until the end, but I really want this one. The problem is that to get this one, you need a building that you can't get until, well, it's that building right there. It is right near the end. Can you actually? Yeah. Expand land. You got to be level 22 and have 13,000 cash money for it. That'll unlock the factory. Start off with, is it one? This one here, level 5, which I am now, and 1200. And it unlocks the lighthouse, the merchant boat, and the kitchen. That's what I'm talking about with the sandwiches. Kitchen right about here. Lighthouse is here, and pretty much the lighthouse and the merchant boat are just the same thing. It's a daily boat that drops in, and you can buy stuff from it. So that's just play the game, and you'll get. I guess that's if you're at the end of the game, that you kind of start running out of things to do. This would just give you more stuff to get, but I mean, you don't really need any of that when you finish with the game. Probably better to have at the beginning of the game. There's my apples. Didn't check how long it takes for an apple tree to grow. Tell me. About 40 seconds. Oh yeah, you hiding over there, Tiger? With the shadowy emotes. They all this. Well, that one's not cat scared. Oh yeah, Nightmare and Shadow. I will say the Shadows one kind of looks like Goku's hair. Looks like they're called not an outline. What the term is when you make something look like it, you just make it a shadow, a blackness. Still make its outline up though. Oh, your words are hard today. Yeah, I'll think of it later, I'm sure, and go, oh, that's right, that's the word I meant. More flour. I ended up making it so that, obviously I don't have the cash right now, but I ended up making it silhouette. There's the word. Thank you, Dog Mom. That I end up having like at least 200 of pretty much everything for a while there because everyone just keeps asking you. This person's flour, and then you got potatoes, and then you got eggplants. And they do have a time limit, but that one just says clown. I don't know what that is. It's really just how much extra they give you. Exactly. That's skinny right there. Kind of sounds like a clown honk too. The little image above their heads when you mouse over them is their happiness level of how quickly you get it done. So if I get it done while they're happy, I get a bigger tip essentially. Two. Lame. So that thing was glowing. You click on it when you have 5 seeds and you get these upgrade shards. Normally you get way more than 2 though. A little disappointed on that. And making a lot of money is good if you can get green peppers. They're pretty good to grow and then sell. You can't see it yet. I think it's under labors. Labors is kind of like daily missions. They got dailies, they got weeklies, I think. And then they've got a community one where you're supposed to work together as a community with your friends. Get that one. But those are usually like just grow a whole bunch of something. You don't lose that when you complete the labors. You keep the stuff you grew, so you also sell those for cash. And that's how I started making a lot of money to begin with. Is one of them I had was the green peppers, and I figured that because this gives you, I want to say that gives you 2. All right, I don't have enough cash money for that. I haven't sold anything. I think it gives you 2 green peppers per seed, and you buy it for 18 and then sell it for like about double, something like that, close to. Make more of you. You can also like change the numbers up a bit as you go along. There's a thing down here, I think it's the boons. You can unlock at some point, probably a story mission. It'll actually cause it to output 2 of everything from pretty much everywhere. So instead of only getting 1 flour, you start getting 2 for the same price of the input. Actually, should be happy now. No, you've had enough flour. Get out of here, lady. Take your potatoes and leave. And not Necro wants his onions. And the game keeps going like that for quite a while. Like, I have to get 1,000 so I can get the quarry. Then I can unlock this. Because I'll have everything, I think. But no, I won't. Crap, I need the logs. Get those again. Workshop. So I need a quarry and a workshop. Because then you turn logs into wood. Get stone from the quarry. And you can build the feeder. Essentially, it's just so that you can then start getting animals, which you don't unlock until level 8 anyways. I'm just wondering how long I want to actually go through with the whole game, because it is a very repetitive loop. I don't think y'all want to sit here the entire time and watch me play it. Not that entertaining. More of a thing to play than to watch. You good over there? Just dumping potatoes everywhere? I didn't do the potatoes. I did eggplants. Don't do eggplant symbols. And that was just a free gift. A bunch of stuff that I'm going to sell because I won't use it. Sell. Selling stuff also gets you experience, so you can level up pretty quickly that way as well if you want. I don't really need the oranges, but I'll keep them anyway. I mostly wanted the cash money for this. I'll put it there. Need 1,000 for that. The annoying thing is you have to buy the structures here, and then you have to use your own materials to make it. I was like, come on. Also, I didn't realize that needed stone. Damn it. Have anything else worth selling? Or sell these two because I don't need them. Not nearly enough. What happened there? I didn't get anything from it that time. Greedy little tree. I'm trying to get enough the structure I need real quick. You see the clicking there? It's like I'm clicking it, but it's not working. With those that you have to put the water on, just click and drag. It's easier. Or stone. I don't have access to stone. Apples. Almost got enough. Make a bunch of flour for this lady. Get her out of here. Oh, car. Get and sell all of it. I can have this come out. I think I will put it over here. Well, that needs logs, which I have plenty of. Oh, it also needs money. I forgot that. You also need to use money. I feel like there shouldn't be a money requirement, just a ingredient requirement. You've already purchased it, you know? What's with the double dipping? Eggplant, sure, go ahead. Be enough, right? And now that's just the thing that runs, and in a minute 20, it gives me a bunch of stone. Which should be, I hope, enough to make the workshop as well. And then I can make this. I should also be able to make this, I think. I don't remember where you make bricks from, though. Potatoes. You want more flour. Oh, there's a gem you get sometimes as well. Gems can be used, one, to make to buy water. It's not really worth it though. And also to buy things in certain shops later, like this store right here. I'll just sometimes have things you can buy. The store has a bunch of cosmetics as well. Essentially just skins for these buildings. Bird. Also, I feel like he should add a scarecrow decoration thing, which I don't even know if it has. You'll have to check. That actually you could put down here, say, and it would, when a bird gets close to it, it automatically gets scared away. So you don't have to click them all the time, because you kind of stop doing that very quickly. Ah, 15. Damn it, I have to wait another 2 minutes. I think. Is that 2 minutes or just 110 seconds? Sorry, a minute, 10 seconds. It is a minute. Not 110 seconds, which would be more than that, almost 2 minutes. Fucking math. Where? Just cool little things that could be added to the game. Yeah, the hit detection definitely needs to be cleaned up a little though. And it's glowing right now, the tree, but I don't have enough seeds, so if I click on it, it tells me I need more. Which you'll get for all sorts of things. Like you get it for clicking on these birds sometimes, like you get those gems. You get it for growing growing ingredients. And just skip it. Cool. I don't want to use the stone on that. We'll use the stone on that though. That also gave me wire, which is funny because I'm not going to use wire for a while. Wire is used in factory ingredients down here. Nowhere near the the wire level of things. Any wheat. Is that enough? Blink. And now that would give me access to making wood and brick. Which is cool. And you can make both at the same time. Not like it's not a single queue, it's queue per item. Upgrading it gives an increase to all items in. And there's more items down here, which when I first played, didn't realize that little arrow was there. Thought there was only 3 items in the workshop. Then later on found these items down here that you need for things. There's only 3 on here though. So that's more or less the concept of this game. Like I said, you can buy new land when you get to it, when you get high enough level to it, and it'll unlock new things to play around with. And that continues all the way around. There's a mine here, an extractor, that's for sand. Mine brings you all sorts of metals, by the way, different types. Just this unlocks the sheep field, and then there's a bunch of other later on as well, and also a second well. Another well over here in the forge. Kind of unlock these two more or less around the same time. Factory is where you start really making lots of textiles and stuff, and the tailor works with the factory. I unlocked these at about the same time. People won't request things until you have access to them, except for the seeds, because technically you have access to all of those, but they shouldn't request those until you get to a certain level. Like they're only going to request carrots and stuff, the lower stuff here in the first page. None of this stuff over here till later on. You don't have to worry about like having everything all at once. Comes later. I think I might call that here though. Mostly just showing you off the game. I don't want to show you too much of the game because unless he adds another island or something, you'll get through this you could get through this entire content in like a few days of casual gameplay. It's not super difficult if you're playing and focusing on it. If you're doing it as a secondary thing, it probably take you a lot longer than that. That's pretty cool too, I guess. I'm not that kind of gamer though. I like to focus on a game when I'm playing it. So I went through it in about, I think it took me 2 days to go through the entire thing, but I played it for like 4 or 5 hours each time. There's like 10 hours worth of stuff. there. But again, it does get a little repetitive after a while. Get rid of the black screen, I don't. I had to put that in because otherwise you can see the top and bottom of the background there. We'll go to the Be Right Back page. I might actually take a break. I'm going to stop game. I think I will check demo for this one. Well, actually the prologue, I guess, is demo with a different name. Do, do, do. Come on, I know how to spell. That's not how you spell legitimate. Brain's really not braining today. Didn't know how to spell the word legitimate, especially when it's in the name of the game. Legitimate. All right. This is essentially a space shop sim, something along the lines of like the petrol station simulator game, or something along those lines. From what I initially saw, I gave it a test play. I didn't really do much. It looks interesting, so I'm going to check it out. That did work. Cool.